where are we, lads? Right here. Yep. Where are you? What's up there, guys? Today we're doing something a little bit different, starting the introduction right here in the lounge room. We don't normally do this, but didn't really have an introduction for this video. We're out hunting, we're looking for the gold, we're in the Goldfields. We've got Z-Man with us, we've got Dominic with us, and we're clearing the sticks and branches, getting the gold. But look, I didn't really have a video, an introduction set up, so I just wanted to lay out this one, and I'm going to pull my other secondary phone out quickly, and I want to read something to you just before we start this video. And I'll just say, this is why I do what I do, you know. 4 years making YouTube videos, 8, nearly 9 years detecting, and running the detecting group on Facebook. I mean, the YouTube didn't come till a little bit later, but this right here is an email that I've just had sent to me. This is why we do what we do. And this drives me every single day. This is my passion, but when I get emails or responses or comments like this, I tell you what, it really hits home. So, hi Luke and family. Firstly, my metal detecting team, my kids, and myself would like to commend you and your family on your efforts. You all put into creating events and YouTube videos. To put in simple words, your videos are addictive. Laugh out loud. The kids and I have only been metal detecting relics since about 2017 and absolutely fell in love with this hobby. Although due to work and health issues and kids growing up, all finding their own place in the world, metal detecting was put on hold for a while. That was until I come across your YouTube channel. Since watching your videos, Luke, my life began to turn around for the better. I'm back out relic detecting and feeling good about life. I don't much care of what I dig up, it's just the feeling of getting out there and swinging my detector. I bought the MINELAB Manicore a couple of months ago, and after being a Garrett user, the Manicore, I must say, is brilliant. I always said that I would also never swing a MINELAB. Once again, thank you for giving me a much clearer picture on life. We have also just become a member of your YouTube channel. Kind regards, Mick. So, look, Mick, thank you so much. That's just one email of, look, a lot of emails and comments, responses, inboxes that I get, and I try and get back to everybody. I really do. I'm only one person, you've got to remember, so it is hard, and you know, look, it takes up a lot of my time as it is. So, being YouTubing, videoing, commenting, editing, uploading, there's a lot to do. So, I do try and get back to everybody. Mick, I tell you what, thank you so much for reaching out and taking the time to send that to me. I really appreciate it, and once again, it reminds me of what I do and why I do it. So, and Mick, I'm so glad, mate, that as you say, you found your happy place in life and you're out there swinging your detector. So it's what it's all about. It really is. And sharing all these, obviously, has become a full-time job, but there was many years where I did this, and so many thousands of hours that I've put into this. I see nothing back, obviously, and it wasn't about that. It was just about inspiring and encouraging other people, and also sharing my adventures for people to enjoy. Obviously, there's a monetary base behind it now, and it keeps me full-time. But then again, that's not really working out at the moment, but the gold is. So anyway, guys, let's make a start. What do you reckon, boys? Good hunt? Yep. You probably can't even remember this day. It was about 2 weeks ago. I hope you enjoy.
Hope you enjoy.
Hope you enjoy.
Who was the muscle man that moved this big log out of the way?
Me.
Double me.
It was me. I moved it.
They're arguing about who moved it now. Well, guess what? It was me. I just rolled him out over the way after the boys did a bit of a clean up here. They've done a great job. And just cleaning up under this log here, you can see where it was laying there. We've just rolled him, and we'll just roll him back. But it's exposed this nice wash layer. That's where the gold is. That's what we're going to find it in, Dom. Look at that. It's such a faint signal too. Like this is, you barely even think anything was there. With the headphones on, you can really hear it though. Just hear it. There he is. Get that rock out of the way. He's still faint. That's good though, because faint and deep means big gold. So let's just take this back section out. Look at that hitting in the pipe clay. And like I always say, you don't move the stuff. And I'm lucky I've got two young men to help me here today. Thanks, lads. But if you don't move the stuff, look at the logs and sticks and branches. And the boys had moved a few of the smaller sticks and branches, what have you, threw them in the hole just there. And I just come along and thought, well, that big log, he's the only one sitting around here that I haven't, swung under. And he's probably been sitting there for, well, a long time. It's been cut off, actually. Look at that. That's an old cut. It's about, what, 30 years, 20 years, 10 years? I don't know, long time, a lot of years. And he's been hiding that signal. So let's go after him, put the headphones back on. Hopefully it's some big juicy gold to kick us off or to continue us off for the morning. We've already got 3 pieces, and I will say no rubbish just yet. Let's continue on, and let's keep that ratio happening. The good ratio. Yippee, all right. Big gold, Dom. Probably dug a lot more than what we needed to then. No, it's still there. This is a nice piece, Dom.
I think it is going to be a nice piece also.
Or is it rust?
No.
Look at all that. Oh no, it's not rust. Is it rust? Oh, it's rust!
No!
That's why it was sounding funny and weird.
Under this log?
There we go. Rust from the old miners.
And you can even see the log outline.
Well, that's what the log's been hiding. Rubbish. Not what we wanted. We'll clean this hole up, get any more out, if there's any more signals still in there. And we'll get you on to the next. And there goes our rubbish trash to treasure ratio. 3 bits of gold, 1, 2, 3, 4 bits of rubbish. What are we doing?
I don't know.
Oh well, let's keep going.
Dad has another target under the log.
Screaming target, Dom.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Screams like you when you get scared. That's not how you scream.
Yeah, I know. That's how Zaz screams.
Oh wow, let's have a listen together. That's an exciting target. The last one was rust. We killed our trash to treasure ratio. We had no rubbish up until that rusty last hole, and that's okay. Yeah, big gold, bud.
Nice. Okay.
If I can find him.
What are we gonna get? I hope it's gonna be gold what we get.
Is he in that stone? No, he's hiding underneath it. We just haven't managed to secure him yet. Look at that. Look at that. Listen to that. It's lead! I can see it's white. Where there's trash, there is treasure though.
More
All
trash
right.
we get rid of.
The more chance.
You go?
You go. No, you go.
Okay.
The more
More
treasure.
treasure. More treasure. More
On a
treasure.
Sunday. I'd love to buy a cat.
What?
What?
Why are we changing
What?
subjects?
When I was younger, we had 3 goats. Alright, that'll do. Lead. Let's move on to the next. Well, boys, we have hit the money on this one. We got out the rust. Then we got out the big ball of lead. Thanks for filming, Dom.
You're welcome.
And thanks for clearing the branches, lads.
Welcome.
Although, as I said, I cleared the log.
I did.
So the rust and the lead I'm keeping. Yeah? Can I keep it?
Yeah.
No.
Thank you. What about this piece here? Because he just come out in front. We had rust, lead, gold.
Mine.
All under the rock. This one's yours, is it?
Yep.
No.
We'll split him.
Yep.
Half for Zave, half for me. Oh, sorry, Dom. Half for Dom.
Half for me, 0.25 for Dad.
Big bit, small bit, lots of bits.
Lots of bits.
He's quieter on that side, but turn him around this side, ready? Loves to scream. It's all in the sandstone, so it's definitely gold. we're going to pouch him for now, put him in the pouch, and we will crush him once home, because that's the safest thing to do, the smartest thing to do, because sometimes, a lot of times, these just don't have one bit of gold. They have lots of gold, oodles of gold. It's loaded. So we'll get home and we'll crush him. He won't fit in the bottle. As I said, he's got to go in the pouch. We're nearly done with under this log here, and as I said, we'll just roll it back. And our next signal lives under or around the tree there. Actually. And that's, thanks mate. That's what we're going to go after next. You're doing well, buddy. Thanks heaps. I love having the boys with me. Good company, great help.
I love coming.
Oh, thank you. What are you looking for?
You stepped on a lizard.
Did I?
Yeah, you stepped on a little lizard.
Lizzie the lizard. Where did she go?
There.
There she is. It's a little bit cold for poor old Lizzie the lizard. There she is.
Lizzie.
Lizzie.
Lizzie fell.
Lizzie ran. Come here, Lizzie. Because you're going to get hurt otherwise. You want to take her?
Yeah, I'll put Lizzie on rock.
She'll bite you. You be careful. Oh, they don't bite. Little drop tail lizard. The boys found that, and I found a target. I think they're more interested in the lizard somehow. They're like, Dad, lizard, look. I said, yeah, I see them all the time. I shouldn't discount it like that, but when you're out here all the time, and you see them all the time, and the frogs and the kangaroos and the wallabies, look, they're amazing, but I won't say they become everyday things. Well, they sort of do, but you appreciate them, but you see them so often. You just see them so often. Oh, big target. So the boys can enjoy Lizzie the lizard. Have a bit of a break from cleaning up. Done a fantastic job, and I will say we're working up around this area at the moment. We've just rolled that log back into place, and as I say, we just kick a bit of that leaf litter, what have you, back along the log, make it look nice and neat, and also get it out of the way. So it serves two purposes. And once again, like I said before, as prospectors, you see it done all the time. And look, we spend time in these places. We love these places, the Aussie bush, Victorian bush, and you know, to go leaving holes open, and what I feel making it look ugly and horrible for everybody else. And there's a good reason why they tell you to fill them in. I said we can do better. We should do better. I was going to say our target's ran off. It's a good indication it's gold or small lead too. Guess if it was a screaming sounding signal, like a big chunk of wire or what have you, we would have found him, no worries. Let's double hand, see if we can get him in the scoop. We'll come back and show you. Yeah, you can't take everything home, mate. Lizzie the lizard might have to stay in the bush, I think. That was gold too. I'm suspecting this stone. And I'm right. Bingo, as they put it. Ingo. Turn that whale off in the background. There's a whale in the background, boys. There he is, hanging out of the stone. I love these pieces too, because you just cool to see them in there, in that rock. You know, it's not a host rock unless it's a bit of quartz. I don't think that's quartz. But not only that, you know, the gold can be laced right the way through. So this little stone, I'm actually seeing probably about 3 pieces. One up the top, one in the middle, one down the bottom. Or it could just be one big piece interconnecting. Let's hope so. But all those stones, you know, you just never know what you're going to get out of them. Once you get home, you'll be quite surprised. A lot of time I get more rock gold, rock crushed gold, as you see in the end of my videos, than what I actually do loose gold coming out. What's going on there? Where's my gold? It's stuck to the top of the container. The rest of it's in there. And let's keep on keeping on. Get the next piece. Won't take long. Alright, well, I was just standing there having a bit of a break. Save said to me, we've done really well, Dad, for the last hour. I said, there's no way it's been an hour. But he's right. I looked at the clock. And you never argue with Xavier. If he says something, or if he tells you that he remembers something that happened, you don't argue with him, because generally he's spot on. He's got a memory like a goldfish. No, wait, isn't that elephant? So yeah, it's 11:10 right now, probably 11:11. Let's have a look. Oh, spooky! 11:11. And there's the next piece of gold. We just went and tucked him in the pouch. Screaming rock. It is though. Awesome piece. And I'm sure that we're going to have plenty more gold hidden in this rock. Remember, we got the first stone there this morning. He was screaming as well. So a lot of noise for a little stone, but that is because they are full of gold. And we've moved forward into a new area. So this is the first area that we've opened up, and as I said, it's only just gone 11 o'clock. So we've done all this in an hour. We've put all the sticks and what have you in there, made a pile. We cleaned out this whole area. We rolled the log out of the way. We got tin, we got lead, we got gold. We continue on forward. We got no more signals out of here. We've got a couple under the tree log there, which I have obviously thrown back on. We went under the tree there a little bit, and it's a bit scar whiff. We'll fix it up, but the reason why it's still scar whiff is because we have not moved forward into this next section. I'm just making my way through, clearing the big logs and sticks and branches out now. Anything the boys can't move. I think it does them good to get out here and, you know, do a bit of, oi, no, too big, too heavy. I'll move that one. I think it does them good though. I keep saying to them, don't move anything that's going to hurt you. So the last thing I want to see happen is one of you get hurt or get a sore back or drop a log on the foot, something like that. But yeah, look, just work the ground, work it well, move sticks and branches. That's what we're doing. That's how we're getting gold. And all of this that you've seen so far has happened in an hour and 10, actually an hour and 11 minutes, probably 12 now. Let's put this one in the pouch. Let's keep on keeping on. Hey Xavier.
Yeah?
This one was literally sitting on the surface.
Gold.
I think so, mate. I'm not seeing it just yet, but it doesn't look like rust to me. I need sunlight. I'm struggling. You're in me, son.
I am your son.
You are my son. It's really screaming. It could be rust.
No.
It doesn't look like it. No, it's stone. So it is. Don't crush it out in the bush.
No, last time we did that you lost all of it.
Let's have a listen. Can you find me a quartz stone, lad? It's making a crazy lot of noise. I'm too tempted to crush this one up. He's so small too. He's very heavy. Unreal. The gold's very flat though, I'd say, in it. It's only on one side. Yeah, that'll do. That'll surely work. This is the easiest stone you could have got me. Actually did work. So look at the other piece. Nah, Shank. He's going to come back with a bigger one, no doubt. Let's go again. This is so impractical, it's not funny, says Xavier.
Oh, bigger one.
Oh, now it's stuck to it. Oh. Yeah, this is really not. Yeah, oh, thanks. That's perfect.
That's gold. No? That's
Not gold. All right. Quiet you, noisy detector.
Oh, who do we make?
No, not you, lad.
Careful this way.
Is it actually gold? Yeah, it is. I can see a tiny little bit of gold right there.
It's all thanks to the big rock.
Look at that. Tiny, tiny, tiny speckler.
It's not a real word.
He's in my book. There he is. No, he's not.
Where is he?
Alright, we're going to do two hands on this because I just can't get a grip on him and stop him from flying out the scoop. And there's a little bit of gold stuck in that one there, so he needs to go in the bottle. So yeah, let's get a handle on things and come back and show you this massive chunk of gold coming from this small stone. Alright, there it is. We've got him. It's in a real basaltic sort of lavery flow type material too, so it's actually pretty cool. And what I said there in yesterday's video that I shot, and I don't know when that'll be shared, but you've got to be careful because sometimes you can find gold in that material. He's only a little one, but it's still another piece, isn't it?
Yep.
And I literally, well, where were we? Yeah, so we got a target out of there. It was gold, and then we stood up. That was the stone, the rock gold, the long one. We stood up, and I literally think it was just under the scoop here, and it was on the surface. I swung over, and it was like, "Barreel, crazy cat, I'm here. Pick me up, love me."
Could have fell out of the rock gold.
Could have fell out of the rock gold. Although this is a different type. It's got that lava flow stuff, but yeah, cool as more gold on the surface. Doesn't get much better than that. Nothing does. All right, well, lots of work taking place. I'm puffing. I'm trying to catch my breath. We've got holes open everywhere, man. We're going to fill them in. Actually, I want to still swing back over there. And as you can see, we're sort of concentrating our times around the mounds. We're sort of clearing along the side and the bottoms of the mounds, because what I find is most of the gold you find is on the angle here, and of course on the flat. So you've got two mounds interconnecting there and a little bit of a sluice run in between. That's where the gold's going to be. Same thing down here and same thing up here. We're moving this stack open and pushing back all that material. You never take it too far. Got to get my breath, and you never take it too far, because if you do, you just got to bring it back further. So once we're done here, all that material that's been banked up here, and we're finished working this mound, we'll just kick back over. And I guarantee on this side face and on this little bit of a run, water run, we're going to get more gold. And up here, this is that area full of trees and sticks and branches a second ago. We're making our way forward. We've still got that to combat. Listen to that though. That's a big one. That's a half grammer, I reckon, because you can just hear how long and drawn out he is. And look at where we're in. Look at what we're in. What did you just say before, Zave?
I got into the good stuff.
You got into the good stuff. Well, I cleared this area. You raked behind me there. Thank you, mate. So, we're working as a team effort today. And one thing I remember too as a kid, always working with my dad. He had a thing about bricks, didn't he? So, as a kid, I can remember a lot of times going to... Oh, wow. We're miles off him. As a kid, though, I can remember many times going to old abandoned house sites, falling down house sites, and we'd pull them down if they were still standing, or rip the chimney down, and Dad would take the bricks and he'd scrape all the mortar off them. He'd sit there with a hammer and chisel all the mortar off them. And as kids, it was our job to cart them to the trailer and stack them. So I can remember as a kid, if it wasn't wood that we were carting or hay that we were carting bloody bricks. And every time we moved house, moved house a couple of times as a child. Mum and Dad bought a new house. We moved out there, and then moved out into the farm and what have you. So I can remember a couple of times those bricks not only got taken from the original point of house sites, but they then they'd then get taken from house to house. So I can remember trailering them across a few properties. I'm sure my brothers and sisters can as well, and my mum and dad. And in later years, Dad used all those bricks, and he did a beautiful brick paving with a rose arbor, the roses going over the top, and the water fountain and the dry creek beds. And look, they end up going to a great purpose. But it's just what I remember as a kid, helping Dad a lot, and Mum, still there, wow, with a lot of those bricks and getting wood, feeding cows, always something to do on the farm. Let's get this one out, and hopefully we're staring down a good gram of gold once we see him. We can all hear that.
Yep.
And that's only through the headphones. Is that a horseshoe?
Yep. It's a big horseshoe.
Imagine it was like a big axe. Or imagine it was a chunk of gold that big. I can kind of imagine that.
I think you'd be getting power and going home.
No, we keep going. Alright, we're going to get rubbish out of this. Because we've just started returning to the black, the original dirt layer. So we're actually past where the miner's thrown out his wash. So, yeah, we could be on rubbish now. Still there. Keep pulling out all this beautiful material too, and thinking that's going to be a target. Just seeing a lot of that black rock sandstone come out, and it's exactly what we want to see for gold.
True.
Alright, I'm going to go grab the pinpointer, lad. 2 seconds. If this is gold, I'll be very, very surprised now. Just because of how it's sounding. Alright, he's off the side there. It's handy having a pinpointer. I'm about to see a rusty nail, I think. A rusty nail.
No, actually, it's not a nail. It's a hook.
It looks like a tent peg, doesn't it?
It's a candy cane.
The miner might have had his tent pegged out here. Like that. And he forgot his tent peg. He probably took his tent.
It's Christmas. Candy cane.
Yeah, candy cane.
Thankfully,
it's not Christmas yet.
Oh.
Look, yeah, you get those, and that's the reality of detecting right there. I could delete it, I could edit it, I could chop it out. You might not ever see it, but it's probably good to leave it in. The highs and lows, eh?
Yep.
And the reality of metal detecting. It's not all gold and glory. Sometimes it's tent pegs. Well, it must be lunchtime soon, is what I keep telling myself, because I'm getting hungry. All this work we're doing, it's bringing the results though. The boys just went off to grab something to eat from the car. We're not too far away. They know their way over there and back. And there's the next target. And I will say we're a little bit between targets. Like, you know, it's been a little minute between the last one. It's taken a little while to get this one. He's a nice piece though. And most of everything that we're finding, apart from that really deep last target, most of everything we're finding is, well, really just sitting on the surface. So you wouldn't want to rake it back or take too much back straight away to get down to that pay layer. You just want to take the sticks and the leaves, what have you, away. But you certainly don't want to go raking back these stones, because some of them are literally just, as you see, sitting on the surface, and you'll quickly take them back and put them in the pile there behind you and bury them. So what I often do, just to make sure and be thorough, is once I kick all the material back in, as you can see we've worked over there and we've kicked it all back in and leveled it off with the rake and the boot. Once I've done that, I will just swing back over it just to make sure that I haven't thrown anything out or pulled anything out, and then thrown it back on top. Because if I'm going to do this work, well, I want to be as thorough as I can be and get as much of this stuff as we can. Let's keep going. Yeah, right. So it was, what was it, set on special?
Yeah, set on special. But I had it in normal. I must have flicked it the other day when I was putting the cover on.
You put a new cover on your machine and flicked a setting button.
Yeah, flicked it.
So that's what was happening.
I flicked one and I thought that was the ground balance one, and I flicked that back into normal. But that's right.
Yeah.
Not realising I flicked two switches.
Yeah, right. Yep. So the old changing the settings, that'll get you every time.
Yeah, they'll bugger you up.
That's why you're having so many issues yesterday.
Yeah.
And the wind and the rain and the storm and there's no thunderstorms or lightning. But everything else is going on.
Everything else was going on.
Pretty hectic day. So that probably didn't help either. Alright, it's lunchtime now. We're going to get back into it. Get out of my chocolate milk. I get none now. Right, well, we've just finished lunch. We're already sweating. Look at that. Ew. Come off my forehead. And we've just got our next bit of gold, our first bit of gold after lunch. He's stuck in the sandstone, black rock sandstone. You can see there the blacky sort of tinge. I love this material too because it means gold all day long. And this one was down in the miner's hole. Nice screaming sound. Rawr! The boys helped me clear this little area too. We're in a brand new area. And we've just pushed a bit of the stuff into the hole. We've moved the sticks and branches, what have you, behind us. But we've worked up above us in front and then sort of come down in this hole. And one of the things I always say to the boys, don't fill up the hole too much with debris, because you still want to be able to swing around the around the hole, the inside of the hole. Just like where we got this one. Let's see if we can grab another one. Oh, can I see gold? The sun just come out. I think I can. See if we can get the next one though, and well, hopefully he's not too far away, because That took me about 10 minutes, 15 minutes to get that one. Let's get going. I don't know if this is or not. It's loud, it's angry. Quartz stone, all around us, quartz stones. There's one. Or is it rubbish? We're in the miner's hole for this one. Oh, it is gold. Bingo. Gold below gold. He's a really cracker piece too. If I bring him in the camera, you can all see. Amazing. And the last bit that we just got in the stone, Sazwen put him in the pouch for me. Up above, well, this bit we just got below. What'd you say, Zove?
Nothing.
Death from above, he yells out. What is that, a music song?
No.
A music song. Is that a song?
No.
It's exceptional. Where'd you get that from then?
AC 130 above.
AC 130 above. Oh, Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Fortnite.
Call of Duty.
Excellent. Excellent. Mr. Miner Man certainly left a bit of gold behind. We're going to take it on him. Oh, there's another bit. So there is. Yeah, look at that. 2 bits, 1 little stone. Amazing. I said Mr. Miner Man left it for us. He wanted us to have it. We're just going to put it in the bottle and try and get some more now. See where he left it. You know, I don't mind digging the rubbish when you're clearing all this area. And it shows really that no one else has done it before prior. I know this area's been hunted and hunted well for the last 35, 40 years. I've been told by many prospectors, and it's a very popular little spot for people to come. But when you're finding targets like that have been sitting in the ground for 150 odd years, well, you know, it hasn't been done. It can't have been done. Otherwise these things would have been picked up. So we're still in the miner's hole. We've actually cleaned it out now, so it's all empty. We're standing in the middle. We're a real miner, we are. And we've got another signal under there. So we've got the little bit of rock gold out there. It had 2 bits of gold in it. We've got the first one up on the bank there, and it seems like I've got another couple. And we're all in, I'll just put that in the pouch, in the pocket there. We're all in this nice wash material. So you can see what the miner's brought out of his hole and washed on the side of the bank here. That's where we're getting the gold. That is just rubbish, but still cool to find. And as I said, no one is doing the detecting that thorough and moving the branches up that much, because otherwise that shouldn't be there. This one will be a good one to show. Just show you how I'm finding these signals. Once again, we're still in the miner's hole. I'm going to try and zoom in. The gloves are being difficult. There we go. Can push stuff, can do stuff. Let's have a listen. Take you off Bluetooth. And this one, I was sort of chasing the signal down. Hear that? Doesn't help when I hit the rocks because you've got that bit of bump sensitivity with the coil. So every time you bump into something, the coil sort of goes woo. But if you know to work with that, you understand that. There's a target there. But we won't go after him just yet. We'll actually go after this one in front. It's 2 different targets. Right there. So we'll actually get him out. He's actually in the center there. I thought he was more off to the left. He's more about there, I reckon. Look at all that juicy, juicy material. The quartz wash. I mean, when the miners sunk their holes, that's what they were looking for. They were sinking through all the overburden, all the top layer, what they called overburden, and they generally just dug it and threw it out. They didn't process it, didn't wash it whatsoever. And so you've got to remember, when you're looking at a stack of a mullikeep of a mine, everything that was on the top is now the bottom. Everything on the bottom that come out of the hole last got thrown up on the top. In most cases anyway. And so when we're looking on these mullikeeps, where'd he go? We nearly buried him, I think. When we're looking on these mullikeeps though, we really want to be as thorough as we can, work the sides, work the tops where the gold was coming out, the last bit of dirt, the pay dirt. And if we can, oh, we've lost him. All right, if we can, we want to also stay in that wash dirt the best we can. I mean, here we are on the inside of the hole, but we've got a nice little bank, little mound of wash dirt there, and we're going to attack it. We're going to attack it and get all the gold out. And if we can find this piece, I'll come back and show you. I don't know what's going on. I think we might have kicked him out of the hole. Well, we might have to use the extra zoom feature for this one. I think we actually had him in the hand before, and we may just not have put him on the coil properly. But get you in the sun there, that's what we were chasing. The tiny speckler of the gold. Not bad. And once again, tiny, flat, small, hard to find, hard to hear, easy to lose. But it's gold. It's gold nonetheless. And you pick up 10 of these little pieces, you might get 20 bucks worth of gold. Ideally though, you're chasing any size gold. You know, we've got some nice chunks already today in the stones. I'm certain of it once we crush them out. We can't see them yet, but we will. But in between, you do get out these little pieces, and in between the little pieces, you get the big pieces. So you've just got to stick with it, continue on. Patience, perseverance, and persistence, the 3 Ps, will win out at the end of the day. Like I've always said in the past, 8 years I've been detecting, and I always keep that in my mind. You know, coin relic sites I've hunted, and you'll dig 100 bottle tops in a day, cans and rusty nails, and you know, just to get a couple of pennies or maybe a silver coin or a badge or a buckle. But at the end of the day, it's the patience, it's the determination, it's that perseverance that is going to see you through every single day and see you through every little bit of gold, every bottle top, every rusty nail, every bit of rubbish to get the treasure out. Let's keep going. Rightio guys, well, we're out of the miner's hole. We're not a miner anymore. We're back to being a prospector. We're up on the hill here, and the only thing I can't really move, I can't move it, not really, I just can't, is this log here. So he needs a chop in the half, chop in the guts with a chainsaw, and then you'll be able to move him, and it's probably certain to be another target underneath. But that can wait for another day. For now, we get what we can access. And as I said, we're in the hole there, we filled him all back in, pushed all the material back in, and just cleaned it up the best we could. But coming up the top here, like I didn't actually know, yes, we're still on the miner's mound, but I didn't know this wash dirt was under here. It's still sort of this really orangey clay sort of material, and it does make the detector go a bit wobbly, a bit crazy. Lots of false signals, my lad. So Zave's going to film this one. He's getting himself into position. Sounds big, sounds good, hopefully gold. We're going to find out. Alright, Zed man, you ready?
Yep.
Sounds lovely. About right there. No, he's not.
He fooled you.
Let's see if we got him in that one. No, still deeper.
He tricked you again.
Alright, we're just going to pull a bit of material back out of there. We'll take this back stuff back. Seems to be about there. I reckon we got him. Can do stuff, my lad.
You do a lot.
We do. We do a lot.
You do a lot.
The boys always look out for, or listen out for when I say do. Why is that?
Because you do.
I do. Oh, you said it.
No, I didn't.
Now Dom's laughing in the background. Sometimes I do. Oh, he's looking good, Zaz.
You sound good.
No, he doesn't anymore. Let's have a look. We're in the sun. We're going to see a nice speckler.
Sparkles.
Sparkle.
Sparkle magic.
Shut up, Flanders.
Stupid Flanders.
Stupid, sexy Flanders. What's he say?
Stupid, sexy Flanders.
No, like, what's Flanders say again? He's like, hey, homie, da-da-da, da-da-da. And he's got like
he says it feels like I'm wearing nothing at all,
yeah,
nothing at all.
Feels like I'm wearing nothing at all. And he's got the snow gear on. Oh, I love it. And every time Homer pitches it, he's like, stupid, sexy Flanders.
Well, it's because he forgot what the guy remembered.
I love Simpsons. I've grown up on Simpsons, as you can tell. And a lot of things in life, trivial things in life, you can almost relate back to Simpsons. It's like the creators of Simpsons, Matt Groening. Who else is there? Doesn't matter. James L. Brooks. But it's like they It's like they followed me around in some situations in my life, and then they made a Simpsons episode about it. So there we go, another bit of gold. Sexy little bit of gold. Stupid sexy Flanders. Let's get the next one. Good test for you boys. Which one is gold in this scoop?
I know exactly which one.
Yeah, I reckon I do too.
It's none of them.
No, it's none of those. Hang on. That didn't work properly, did it?
Not even real.
Nah.
I know exactly what it is. It's the scoop. Still the scoop.
Oh,
Dom, your turn.
got ya.
So we need to see if it's a scoop or not.
You got to make your prediction, mate. Is it in the scoop or not in the scoop?
Glove.
Actually, do you want to just film? Because that'd be so much easier. Here I am pinching the camera with one hand.
Sure.
And I reckon he's going to be in that stone right there.
Yeah. Knew it. We're smart.
We knew it. We did. We've done this before. We've been around the block one or two times.
See the gold.
There he is, mate. I can actually see that one. Whoop. This wasn't deep either, Dom. Look, you just see the hole there. Probably only about that deep. So literally just off the top. And we can see the gold poking out the side. You're right there. You're all over the shop.
I'm getting a better view for them. Do you see the gold?
You're like a drunk man.
Maybe he is.
You have been drinking.
Not.
You were drinking last week. You were drinking the miner's beer bottle.
No,
Are you still drunk?
No.
You're all over the shop like a drunk man.
I'm not.
All right, another bit of gold. With most of everything today, I will say too. Let's tip it out. Well, there's heaps. Most of everything today is it's rock gold. Rock on. Rock gold, rock gold, rock gold.
Rock and roll.
Big rock gold. Only a couple of bits that aren't rock gold. And then remember, these are the small rocks. We got the big ones in the pouch. Now let's keep going, and I can't wait to get home and crush them.
Yippee!
Yippee! Hey, you heard Pa scream again.
Yeah.
What's he yelling about?
Good FM.
He doesn't like the sticks and branches, does he?
Nope.
I think he gets hung up in them with his cords too, which doesn't help. But it's the bush, you've got to expect it. There's our next one, next bit of gold. And we've really battled for that one, I'll tell you. Hot rocks and false signals and funny signals and lead and rubbish and everything. We've really struggled to get that. It's taken us about an hour. But that's okay. We're just in a brand new little area. And we've just cleared and, spent 10 minutes clearing this area to get this little gold nugget. And I knew it would be ground that had never ever been swung on. And the reason why I cleared this area is because just up above me, about 10-20 metres, it was really good to me a few months ago. So I thought, come in here, move the sticks and branches. We just did all that. Crazy. It was a little bit in there, but we just did the rest. And it all come from in here, underneath these trees and what have you. And this big log, we moved him out of the way. We just sort of yanked him out of the way the best we could. And he probably won't go any further than that. And then all down here in this little sort of sluice run channel, and all in here, it was just chock-a-block. There's the next pile of branches and a few more off the side there. So look, do the work. Don't be afraid of it, that's for certain. It gets the results. And yes, they're small, but that's the first of, well, probably many to come. We've only got 40 odd minutes to get them out before 4 o'clock. Let's go. Time's nearly up, man. We've got to get out of here. We really chased this one too, Dom. Can't find him yet, but we're gonna. Yippee! All right, 2 hands. Well, you can see where I went down into the back wall there for him, and it was such a faint target. I started off up here, and I sort of worked my way down and around the corner there. I'm bleeding for some reason. Oh, need to go to hospital. Need to go to hospital.
Dad, you want to funny?
What's that, mate?
I just went, oh, dealing with the trees as soon as you said you were bleeding.
Oh no, hopefully he's not bleeding. Tell me, do you reckon Pa's got gold?
No, I don't think so.
I really hope he does.
Mm.
I think he was having a bit of issue there with his detector. Well, I know he was. So that was making it a little bit challenging for him to begin with. But I really hope he's got the gold for this afternoon. Because yesterday we were out here in the rain. And ever since he put that new cover on his detector, he's been having trouble trying to get it to act right. And that's because the settings had changed when he put the the cover on, he must have bumped a switch. So he had the soil timings changed. So he was struggling yesterday. Like, it wasn't the best day. It was windy, it was wet, it was rainy. I went home with gold, Pa didn't. So I hope that today is not the same. It's a beautiful day, but I really hope we both got the gold, because it's always better when we've both got it and we both go home with it. Let's see if we can get one more, and then we are getting out of here ourselves.
Yep, and I hope so that Pa has some gold.
So do I.
My camera for the last one.
All right, second last dig. He's off the side there a little bit.
Where I am.
We're under the trees. Yeah, we're going to be digging into you in a minute.
Please don't.
It's a really hard one to get at, because I've got very little room to sit.
And even less room to swing.
To dig and swing, and oh, it's so loud. Get that coil up out of there. Just don't have enough room for everything that's going on at the moment. We've got this dig and one more beside it, or that I'm sitting on basically. Alright, he's out. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Stay.
No.
Somewhere about here. About here?
No.
About here.
Next one.
Where are we? Such a loud target and I've lost him. Down the bottom of the pile here. Please. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh yes you can. I had the headphones on so I couldn't hear myself. Please be gold, because it's screaming like lead.
It is lead.
You reckon?
No, I heard the stick thing and I thought it was lead. I moved the camera.
It's lead, mate.
Knew it.
Otherwise, it would be in a nice chunky bit of gold. But yeah, lead on that one. Sorry, I'm going all over the shop. I've got one more target to dig, and I mean it. That is our last, because I don't think I could dig any more today. Rightio, well, welcome back to the next morning there, guys. It's the very next day. It was a long day yesterday, I tell you. And we've slept in this morning. Look out, it's 9 o'clock. We've slept in heaps. We obviously needed it, and it was a late night editing last night. I didn't go to bed till a bit after midnight, and it was a long day, as said yesterday. And the day before, I was up at 5 a.m. Once again, long day. So just burning the candle at both ends at the moment. Coffee helps. Yesterday too, on the way out of the Goldfields, we're going to get the way up done in a minute. But on the way out of the Goldfields yesterday, I had a call from a customer. I serviced his car and had a pre-existing issue there the other week when I serviced it. And he said to me, mate, I'm stuck at the service station. Had a bit of a starting issue there the other week, which we explored when we serviced it. But it didn't do the problem when we serviced it, did it? So he said to me, mate, I'm stuck at the service station. I went to 7-Eleven to fuel up. I'm going out for the weekend. The car struck and wouldn't start after I fueled up. So the key, just a starter motor issue. So went there, basically used the pick, addressed the issue straight away. I turned the key and I heard the sound, and I said to Paul, I've heard that many times before, mate, that is a definite starter motor. So we located his starter motor. We bashed it with the end of the pick there. Long story short, we got him going, he went home, and well, I've probably got a starter motor to do on Monday. So this is the rubbish that we dug, I will say. Bits of rust and nails and a few bits of copper wire. There is bits of lead in there, but they're very hard to see because they're mixed in with that rusty type dirty material. But that's the rubbish that we dug yesterday. Really, all in all, not too bad, not too much. And this is the gold. We've got some really cool stuff to show here too, off the side. Stuff that I dug off camera the other day and I have not shared and shown it, which I'd love to. So let's put our pan on quickly and tear that off, and let's show you our gold. So this is on the left hand side, all our detected gold, come out with a metal detector straight out, and a couple of little tiny bits there that got crushed out of some little tiny stones that we had. But the bigger stones and all our rock crushed gold, or the majority of it, is in the right hand side pan here. Now let's throw them on. All our detected gold first. Let's actually see what we did yesterday. And I haven't shown any crushing, of course. Last night, as I said, it was a late night home, 5:30, a long day in the bush, and we just crushed the stones up in the shed last night and did it all. But the pans were pretty healthy, this pan especially. One of those stones, it pretty much had majority of this gold in it. So 0.83, 0.84 on the scales, looking good. Now we'll add all our rest of our gold in, excuse me, and we've got 1.42. Really sensational effort. So, and that goes into the tally with the rest of the gold for the month of July. And today we're taking off. It's a Saturday. I was going to head out today, but instead I'll look at heading out tomorrow. The reason being is because today we're heading out for a bit of a day for Xavier's birthday to relax and enjoy. So 1.42, he can get mixed in. We'll do that the other way. 1.42, we'll mix in the rest with that. So we've got on the scales 11.93 for the month of July so far, and today is the 19th, I think. I'd have to check the calendar. So look, little pieces that we brought out this week too, off camera, and that is the little pendant brooch. I'm just going to sit back down, I'm very shaky, but that is a little, look, flower or petal leaf brooch there. Just trying to think what to say. It's got some very cool stones in the middle though, and I have no doubt, you know, we found the stone in the mullikeep there the other week, and I sort of pinned it as maybe being real straight away. When I found out the other day, I thought they're fake straight away. So pretty cool little piece. We also got, look, a little, it's like a little, not a pizza cutter, it's like a little crimper, I don't know what to quite call it, but going around the edge of pastries, I dare say. I think that's what it is. And it's got like a little two folded sections at the back here, so I dare say like a wooden handle inserted into that end there. So they had a bit more length on the handle, and you could just imagine, you know, running around the pastries. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't really know. Very cool piece, and we didn't know we were going to find those. We didn't go out there looking for those. We went looking for gold, but that's what we come across. So a few more pieces that I'll just show you over the years that I've found hunting in the Goldfields many years ago when I first really started out, and that is these pieces here. Now, once again, they've got the stones in them. I think they're just fascinating pieces. This one especially, absolutely love. Look at the twist in the wire. How cool is that? And it would have been a little brooch, what have you, but once again, fake stones, glass stones, paste stones. You know, when I first started detecting, I had no idea that they were faking stones for so long. Even back well before the 1800s, jewelers were faking stones. So these would be glass or paste, very similar to what we see in that leaf brooch. Let me just get my stuff together. So very similar to what we see in that leaf brooch there, glass or paste stones, and also in that ring above. Now this ring was found at an old Cobb & Co coach stop, if I don't drop him and lose him. You can see the gold gilding on the brooch still remaining too, which is just fascinating. And this gold gilding also was on this ring. You can see it on the inside and a little bit on the outside, but once again, glass, paste, stone. I really have no doubt about that. And I don't know too much about me gems or me stones or me, you know, jewels, what have you. But yeah, it's just first thought and always thought about those pieces. This little stone here though, yeah, look, from the get-go, I just thought something was different about him, and that he looked more naturally real. I know he's been cut and faceted, but there's just something about him that looks more legitimate to me. The colouring, the cuts, I don't know. And I actually had a comment from a bloke saying, you know, he knows gemstones really well. He thought it was maybe a Columbia emerald, from what he said. So very interesting. But that come out for the month of May. Gold and gemstones, or gold and a gemstone. It's great stuff, and not only that, trying to touch on more gold as we go. So as I said, that is the month of July thus far. We've done it really well. but I would like to, well, try and get out there and really do a little bit better and try and get some more, because the start of this month I said to Helena, I'm shaping up to do about 1 gram every day, or thus, you know, thereabouts or more. And if we do that, we could potentially do 1 ounce this month, because the revenue on YouTube, what I really rely on, or have relied on since going full time, it's really just absolutely dropped and plummeted. And I don't know, the harder I work, the less it goes. The harder I work, the more it goes backwards, it seems. So I just don't know what the winning combination is there. And to be honest, some days where I pull the camera out of my pocket all day long, hit the record and talk and film, and then go home and edit and upload and share. That will take hours and hours and hours and hours on end, if not days. And then if it's not resulting or not performing, some days I think it's best off if I leave the phone in my pocket, don't record, don't film, and just dig for the gold and basically get a better result. Be more efficient in getting those better results. If the YouTube revenue is not there, we'll just make it more in the gold and continue on doing what we're doing. A shame though, because that means we won't be sharing as much footage and content. But look, we're just gonna keep going. So I think it's time to sell some gold, put it that way. Anyway, we've got a bit of it and we can do it, and we'll continue on, and I hope to see you on the next. Cheers guys, I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you then.